One thing we coach our clients on, especially when we get into a multiple offer situation, is how much $1,000 or $2,000 or five or ten or $15,000 actually costs over the life of the loan. Let's say you wrote an offer at $300,000. Find out you're in a multiple offer scenario and you have to come in with your highest and best offer. And you sit down with us and we explain to you, here are the comparable properties. Here's where we think the house is going to sell. Here's where we think you can win the offer. And you want to talk about maybe going up $10,000. You're like, oh my gosh, $10,000, a lot of money. 100%. $10,000 is a lot of money. But hear me say this. $10,000 over 30 years, it's like $60 a month. It's like $60 a month. So, can you afford another $60 a month if it means paying $10,000 more? So here's what this looks like. Most people are only going to be in their house 5 to 7 years. So if you're only going to be in your house for 5 to 7 years, what is 5 to 7 years times 60? What is $60 times 12 times 60 or 72 months? That's really what you'd be paying additional, right? So if you're looking at like this in the grand scheme of things, like $10,000, $20,000, good rule of thumb is $6 per $1,000 in monthly payment. So for every $10,000 you go up, theoretically, you're at $60 a month. Now, it's always a good rule of thumb to run that math problem by your loan officer to make sure that calculation is accurate, but it's a good rule of thumb. It's a good gauge that it's roughly $60 a month. Sometimes it could be $50 or it could be $5 per thousand. Sometimes it's $7. Always want to talk to your loan officer, to your lender. But a rule of thumb is generally about $6 per thousand. So when it comes to a multiple offer scenario, are you willing to pay an extra $6 per $1,000 to win the house? It's just one strategy we use with our buyers when it comes to understanding the value of the house and how to establish where we're comfortable spending our money each and every month.